line him up and knock him down is the theory, as Olaf is just going to be locked in. Of course it is. That's Yasuo. I don't know where that would be going, as I assume it's Figumiushi alongside carriers Senna. That could be a lot of fun.
We've seen them play Senna Yasuo, not the most synergy between the two kits, but the wind wall has a lot of value in this situation.
Hang on.
Oh,
the Neela to come in.
The thing is, you already do so much healing, and you get the amplified healing from the Neela. But they are playing into this Senna who, you know, the healing potential, the ult potential, the shielding available is a bit absurd. I think KT, you know, they've got some strong aspects of the composition. We gotta,
to try and deal with it. See what happens here as we hop onto the Rift for game number 1 of the Telecom War. Pioshik will be able to find Ona moving towards his jungle. We'll be backing away, giving them the good old okay there. As Carrier walking in alongside them. Don't know whether this necessarily means we will have any sort of lane swap shenanigans, but Pioshik is going to take a bunch of damage.
Yep, and it looks like we can see Guma moving up. No, Carrier comes out with a sweeper. And I think KT definitely want normal lanes here. The Senna, Neela, even though sustain is pretty big, you're going to get poked out a fair bit with one of your champions being melee in the early lane. And this is what Olaf can just do. His level 1, absurdly powerful.
Yeah, and the fact that KT actually tried to go for a bit of a contest there is kind of confusing.
From
just because
Faker, but to be honest, don't think they would have killed BDD there, even if the ult did connect. Ona doesn't have his ult, probably would have just been a flash, but still a bit unfortunate, could move some BDD.
Pioshik is going to be able to lock down the third. So there we go, they got exactly what they wanted. Looks like Ona will be able to get himself the Rift Scuttler though. Pioshik not going to be able to get in line for the smite, as Def has hit level 6. Perfect, going for a little bit of a harass attempt on Gumayushi, who just says no.
This is one of the problems.
Here at the same time, Zeus is between turrets, level 7 as well, as Perfect is just going to try and stun him up with that Ruthless Predator. Will be able to make it back to his turret here, but Zeus just cleans up the whole wave before it even really arrives, and Ona is going to be able to steal away the red buff as well. And as you can see, what this is translated to is about a 700 gold lead.
Yep. Looks like a lot of objective focus from KT.
Full vision here of KT. So you can see that control ward in the back of the pit. Looks like they're just happy to trade it and get towards 3-3. As Beryl throws down a high note. Nice drop of the beat there. As Gumayushi is going to get healed back to full, basically, nullifying all of that effort. With a Piercing Darkness, as Senna is wont to do.
Doing this in a 2v1. BDD does have teleport if he wants to defend, but it looks like the focus for KT is down towards that dragon again.
Yep. You can see KT have not done a lot of damage to structures here in this game. As Ona is going to try and put Pioshik to sleep. The prison does come down, but there's the Emperor's Divide. Mom comes through as well, but there is just nothing Pioshik can do. Encore is going to connect here onto the Lilia, but the Dawning Shadow is there in response. And Beryl and BDD just not with enough damage by the looks of things. A Q does come down, but this is a very early Smolder the flash forward. And BDD not able to do enough to take down Faker's Azir as well, but the extra heal does come on through. KT still able to get back out onto the map and take themselves an Infernal Drake.
It's fine. It feels really awkward to fit in your build, but might be needed. We'll see later when we see some of these Senna ultimates, sorry. And yeah, Beryl just overstepping, gets caught here, and when Guma comes in on the flank, it's just over. There's no way you get out of this situation.
Yep. Right, definitely. He is ahead once again as far as farm is concerned. BDD doing a good job as well, quickly as possible before BDD, you know, gets up to 750 stacks or whatever number we saw yesterday with all the smolders that were coming out. But right now, Faker is going to do the I'm going to do nothing and avoid the Glacial Prison. That was really nicely done. Beryl throws a point-blank Encore, though. And I think Faker, after this one, is going to be dead. So 3 versus 1, those odds weren't great. And that is BDD grabbing himself a kill as the bullet time does come down. That might actually save this turret. And it will do so. So Deft able to alleviate some of the pressure there. But Perfect can't stick around here in this bottom lane because Ona's making his way over. And that will be first turret blood going over to T1. Lead is still very, very healthy here for T1.
We've seen this one before.
Yeah, okay. So he does have his flash now. But he's still going to get engaged on here by Pioshik. BDD going to breathe on him there as the Permafrost does come in. He avoids Mom, though. And the wall is going to stop them from being able to walk up. Yeah, Rift Herald goes down in the mid lane. And Faker is just buying as much time as he possibly can. This turret is now going to get aggressive at him as Beryl is just going to flash over. That is going to be the kill picked up, but at what cost? ladies and gentlemen, as the inner turret is going to fall, as well as the outer, and Shelly even gets to go on another walk after that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get another charge on the back of this, just using it to get to Dragon quickly.
That'll do it, though.
But here's the cost. Flashbang from Beryl for him to get that kill on a Faker, and they lose this Dragon. And the reason this is so dangerous is because T1 have a big lead. Yeah, flash this Seraphine, so risky to try and contest his vision.
And he is going to once again be found. Emperor's Divide is going to go wide this time, though, as KT looking for a teleport angle. BDD comes in on top of the turret is perfect. He's making his way through as well. Mom comes down. The Dawning Shadow is there, but the AoE damage here from KT is gigantic. There goes Carrier. There goes Faker. Ona was already dead, and now it's just Zeus trying to fight them off, but he knows he's only going to be able to get that one, and KT have their sights on Baron.
A massive overstep from T1 is immediately punished, and just when the game starts to feel like it's going out of KT's control, the standing goal that's available, KT going to look to capitalize on that, trying to push mid in here, and there's just not much T1 can do.
Yep, no stopping this one. They have managed to trade outer for outer so far. As you can see there, the Rebel Baron power play not exactly the largest, as the teleport is going to come through from Faker, as that Glacial Prison just barely enough ergs on it, unfortunately, for Pyosik. So Carrier is going to survive that one. This inner turret not going to be falling on this particular push. So
you see Pyosik going for the Abyssal Mask. Not much magic damage on KT, so perhaps not the highest value buy there.
See what they can actually utilize it for. Maybe Beryl's damage is what they're trying to boost up after he got that flash kill onto Faker. You know, maybe the next item is just going to be a death cap. You never know. I mean, we probably know that it's not going to be. As Perfect is now slinking around, looking for a flanking Olaf, as the Viking is sort of lurking in that area. Pyosik looking for that angle as well, as the Glacial Prison back up and available once again. Walking forward, does find the ulti there. The Watch Out Eep, something that Ona might need to take into account, but instead, Zeus is on the roam, and Pyosik is in a lot of trouble now. Taken down to 50%, Bowling Ball going to be soaked there by Perfect as KT. They just want to get themselves Soul Point. The Baron has just worn off, but this is a lot of damage. I don't think that T1 are going to be able to get over towards this Dragon in time, as the Bowling Ball flies in and just sails by Beryl. There is Soul Point. That is what KT got out of the Baron, and I think, honestly, that's a real good prize.
Yep, they're happy with that one. It's going to put a lot of pressure on T1 in this game, but they're trying to corral them, trying to find an angle here.
Yep, the sleep does go down. Oh! The apotheosis on the 4 is gigantic, but it is another encore from Beryl that is huge as well, but the smolder goes down, Pyosik to follow. Zeus is going ballistic. It's a triple kill for the Viking, and now Beryl and Deft are against the world, and I don't think they like that. It's a quadra kill, and there's the penta for the Olaf top from Zeus here in game 1.
Zeus managed to farm up a big lead in this game, and he's rewarded. This is what the comp wants to do. There's no answer to this Olaf. You can't CC him, and with the center backing him up, you certainly cannot kill him. He just moves through the fight, taking out target by target. The return ult from KT managed to get some value, but it's not enough, and now T1, with the death timers coming up shortly, they won't be able to end, but they are going to do a lot of damage to KT right now, taking that tier 2, getting some more gold, getting that inhib tower as well, and there's Olaf, and you see the Olaf is charging in, going target by target, runs through the Seraphine ult, and with the healing from the center, just so hard to deal with. Even with the healing reduction, the Qs still end up being pretty massive.
Yeah, he's like immediately calling for the penta. And I think it was a pretty possible one, and there it goes.
Absurd. So T1 have control over the Dragon. They're going to be able to take this down and then move over to respond from KT. KT haven't even started the Baron yet, so there's no threat. Good moves from T1 to secure this.
Yep, very nicely done. They will be able to take that one down. Big shielding coming in here from KT as Beryl presses his W button, but T1 looking for that inside track here on this mid lane. A Chu does come down as the Bowling Ball is just barely going to miss, and KT starting to get split up, starting to look a little bit confused on the map right now. And T1 just kind of running them in circles here with that tempo advantage that they did manage to pick up for themselves.
So they always have a resource to kind of spend.
Well, there's the aggressive advance here. Only onto 2 here on the Apotheosis, and Gumayushi taking so much damage back. That is going to be perfect, shutting him down. He gets a huge shield as a bullet time. Point blank here from Def. Faker almost being taken down. Ona has to go golden. Faker is out of there, and Ona is just dead. Zeus now trying to keep himself alive against Perfect and Beryl, and it is just not working even through the Sterix. And KT win another fight into a Baron.
T1 go for the desperate engage. Guma tries to force it, doesn't find the right members of the area. If KT get the soul, I think the game might just be doomed. Playing into a Smolder with this many stacks and a Hextech soul, Ona has to steal this. There's no other way about it.
Yep, there's going to be another team fight. That is all I know, as this Dragon is going down exceptionally low. Snare not quite going to connect. That is going to be the steal from Ona, but can they keep themselves alive in the fight? BDD going too far forward. It's another apotheosis as Beryl is going to go down. Ona will be taken out, though. BDD is still alive in this one, but not for long. It's a double for Guma. His health bar is just yo-yoing from these heals. And Pyoshik is sent to the nether as well. It is punch for punch, blow for blow between these two teams. So this time, T1 punch back.
And Guma redeems himself for the play around mid, finds the engage there, gets on the back line. The healing comes through from Kerry to back him up, but now, you know, T1 denied the soul, but it doesn't matter, they're just gonna end the game.
Yeah, denying the game, I think, is a good idea. Deny enemy Nexus seems to be the game plan for T1, and they are just gonna march down this mid lane, take out these Nexus turrets. And man, this for game number one, this was a little bit too intense, but man, it was a banger. We'll see whether we have a few more of these. I don't think you're all that inspired by Renekton and Sejuani as the first couple of round of picks. That's even before we have a look at the damage here. I think BDD on the Smolder is something that T1 probably want to take a look at, because he was starting to take over the game. And honestly, if KT had have won that smite, then Hextech...